So we just got some very exciting Star Wars Outlaws news, and although it is relatively small, it does bode well for some even more exciting news in a few weeks from now, so I thought I would cover it for you guys anyway. Now, if you're interested in more Star Wars Outlaws content and especially news, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. I'm going to be covering any and all Star Wars Outlaws news in the lead up to launch, but with that being said, let's get stuck into the juicy details. Now, over on the Star Wars Outlaws Reddit, someone shared this information on a panel that actually will be taking place at San Diego Comic-Con in 2023, which is taking place on July 22nd. So it's only less than 2 weeks away now. And here's what the description actually says on the website for San Diego Comic-Con. Brought to you by Ubisoft and Lucasfilm Games, Star Wars Outlaws follows the high-stakes life of rookie scoundrel Kay Vess and her companion Nix in the first ever open-world Star Wars game. Julian Garrity, Matt Martin, David Kavari, and voice talent Humbly Gonzalez, D. Bradley Baker, and Jay Rincon share more about the galaxy of opportunity that awaits you in Star Wars Outlaws, moderated by Chastity Vicentio. Now, some interesting things actually to take out of that straight away is that it says D. Bradley Baker is voicing not only Nix, which we already knew about, but actually Jabba the Hutt, which is definitely very interesting. That also does obviously confirm Jabba, and we did see him in the trailer, but it wasn't, confirmed that it was Jabba because it obviously is just a Hutt. We only saw him from the side. That is definitely some very interesting confirmation there that not only is Jabba going to be in the game, but he's going to be voiced by D. Bradley Baker, which for those of you who don't know is the voice of the clones in the Clone Wars. Now, like I said, this is taking place on July 22nd, so it's about 10 days from now as this video goes live, and it will be 1 hour long. So there is a good chance we're going to get a bunch of information that we don't actually know about yet. Obviously, they already showed off like a solid 10 minutes or so of gameplay, but an hour-long panel, they're definitely going to be getting into some information that we just don't know about yet. So that is definitely very exciting. That's why I thought I would cover this today, simply because as of right now, it doesn't really mean that much, but in a few weeks from now, we could learn a whole lot more about Star Wars Outlaws. Now, the thing about this is that I'm not 100% sure if this information will become available to the public anywhere. A lot of panels at Comic-Con events like this, they don't always, get broadcasted live, for example, so there might not be a stream of it. There may not even be like information on any of the websites. Some of these things are, I guess, a little bit exclusive in that you kind of have to be there to, hear that information. And so I'm not sure if this will be available to us straight away. With that being said, I'm almost certain that someone there will definitely be tweeting about this and stuff like that. So I'm sure the information will become available eventually, but whether it's available through an actual stream or anything like that, I'm not 100% sure just yet. So we're going to have to wait and see on that front, but I'll definitely be scouring the internet to see if anyone who actually attends Comic-Con is tweeting and, talking about what they actually cover at this event. Hopefully they do just do a live stream so that we can actually see the whole thing, but there is a fair chance that is unfortunately not the case. They do seem very confident with this game, with the fact that they did the really long gameplay showcase that was kind of out of nowhere. We didn't, even know the title of the game or anything, and then they pretty much showed the trailer and the next day showed a very long gameplay showcase, which is confident in itself. But then to do a 1 hour panel at San Diego Comic-Con, it does seem like they are pretty damn confident about this game. So I think that bodes well for us. If the game wasn't traveling too well, for example, I'm sure they'd be maybe keeping it a little bit more behind closed doors. A lot of game development studios do that, where if the game is still really, in need of a lot of work, or they're not overly confident about it, they'll kind of just keep it low and make sure that there's not a bunch of information getting leaked or anything like that. Market it really well, and then that kind of sells the game on its own. But the fact that they are so open with this, that is definitely a very good thing for this game. Now, that is pretty much it for today's video. Like I said, it is pretty small, but it does bode well for a lot of interesting news in a few weeks from now. So I thought I would share it with you guys anyway. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel for more Outlaws news, because like I said, I will be covering it here as soon as we get it. With that being said though, guys, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and may the force be with you always.